derive that psi second order wave function is this. H L K prime H K n prime over En0 minus El0 En0 minus Ek0 minus Hnn prime H Ln prime over En0 minus El0 square, okay, into psi L0 minus half summation k not equals to n H K n prime square over En0 minus Ek0 square psi n0. ठीक है? So this is the expression for the second order correction to the wave function. So you can derive it. Okay, it's not that difficult, but you need to be careful and just understand. Then you understand what is the pattern in the wave function. I have told you how to write the how to find out the pattern for the Schrodinger equation corresponding to the first order and second order and kth order, or in fact jth order. But you analyze this term and find a pattern in the second order correction in the wave function. Okay, and of course En, so, and you can also do this En2 has, we have already figured out. So En3 you can also do, and you will see why it is not very much done in general. Why they are so difficult? Analyze these expressions and you will find out. Why not we speak too much about the higher order corrections? En0 minus Ek0 En0 minus Em0, ठीक है, minus Hn prime summation k not equals to n H k n prime square k not equals to n En0 minus Ek0 square. So that is the third order energy correction. ठीक है, you can work this out. Good students should work out these guys. Okay, so I think.
Sir.
Oh yes, please. Bolo.
Sir, can you please again explain? Sir, N is the ground state. N are the
Yes.
ground state. K's are the
No,
higher
no, no,
energy
no,
states.
no. N is not the ground state. N is an arbitrary state. Sometimes it can be ground state. ठीक है?
Okay, so what are the L's and in the psi n2?
Psi n2. Okay. So did you understand the first order may why k is not equal to n?
Yes, sir, because
तो बताओ पहले। हाँ हाँ
K's are the higher energy states and N's are the ground states.
Rohan, higher energy states, that's little bit, that's not very correct. Let me tell you, okay, why are you stuck with the ground state and excited states, Rohan? Suppose I have a state, right? This is the spectrum. ठीक है? You can apply perturbation theory on any of these states. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You have the ground state. This is the excited state 1, excited state 2. This is psi 0, suppose psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, right? I can apply perturbation theory to any of these states. ठीक है? So if I am applying the perturbation theory to the ground state, then the expression k not equals to n. K not equals to means what? N is the state on which you are applying the perturbation theory, which is the ground state. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So my k not equal to n, which is the expression? Summation first order में तो यही है ना, second order में भी यही है. So understand that k not equals to n means all the states. तुम्हारा 4 state है. Suppose in this particular case I have 5 states. In fact, we will work out some details about 2-state problem, which is very important problem in lot of physical things today, especially in quantum optics and etc. etc. But suppose I want to apply this little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level problem. So I have 4 states which can take the index of k, but not n is equal to 0 because I am applying the perturbation theory in the ground state. All right, is it clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. No.
But now suppose I want to apply the perturbation theory in this state. I want to apply perturbation theory in this state also.
Okay.
So what will be my k? My n is now 2. This is my n. ठीक है?
And K's are the rest of the thing.
K can take all the values except this guy.
Okay.
So your definition of ground state and excited state should be little bit understood clearly. There should not be any confusion about ground state and excited state. ठीक है? So the technical term is that the level on which you want to apply the perturbation, the summation is over all the states except that one. That is the understanding. Now you can ask your question if it is not clear.
Sir, for the third order energy correction, so then there is another term m not equal to n. So
yeah.
What is that m?
So this is okay. This is what you are talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at what is here. What is n? So that means n is so now instead of first order and second order, you want to apply the third order correction on any of these states. यही तो problem है. So you applied the first order correction on this. Suppose these are the energies, these are the energy levels. So this is the. So let us talk about this. So this is the second level. ठीक है? जिसका तुमने first order correction ढूंढना है. You have got the ground level, sorry, 0th order, then E21, then E22, the second order correction, then E23. That is what you want to do. Okay. Let us now see what is going on. So this is E23 and we are discussing this guy here. Okay. So what is my n? N is equal to 2, the second level. Yes? Yes. Now I want to apply the E23. What is my k? K not equals to n. Means in this particular problem, if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states, right? If I had a 5 level problem, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be one more 4. Okay. I'm sorry, these indexes are not okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be like this. So this is 0. Okay. I hope it is not a confusion. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, what is my k? K not equals to n. That means what? K can take all the values. If I take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the index. 2. Except 2. It's very simple. Then your m is also taking all the values except 2.
So what are those m's here? That I'm not getting. Like,
This m's, this
yes,
m's,
sir. Yes,
m's
sir.
are the index, state index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that means k goes from, in this particular case, k takes 0, 1, 3, 4. So k in this particular case takes 0, 1, 3, 4. And m in this case also 0, 1, 3, 4. That's how E conduct all this, and of course n for this particular state is 2. So n remains 2, but all the other k's and m's have to be taken into account.
So, sir, m's are also signifying the states like the k.
Of course, these are all state. What else it can be? There is nothing but the state index. Okay,
Okay, sir.
these are nothing but states, right? Indexes, right?
Yes.
only the superscripts are defining the order of the perturbation. बाकी सब जो नीचे लिखा है वो तो स्टेट ही है. ठीक है? Okay. Anything else? If not, then we go to an application. Very simple application. I'll do 2 applications for you. The rest I'll put as an assignment. And then we will have some discussion about the general perturbation theory issues, by taking a 2-level problem in some detail. So let us first consider a case of enharmonic oscillator. So this is an example application. An enharmonic oscillator, which is given by this H is equal to P square by, so Px square over twice M plus half Kx square plus Ax cube plus Bx to the power 4. That's my model, that's my problem for which I want the eigenspectrum and I want to apply the perturbation theorem. And let us work out the perturbation theory problem in the ground state, psi n. So that means I am interested, so I am interested to apply the perturbation theory of this problem. So let us find out En1 and I guess En2 also. Let us find out En2. That is the question. En1 and En2. Find out En1 and En2 for this system using the perturbation theory. So can somebody explain what is the problem? I have already told the problem, but can any of you tell me what is the problem again, so that I understand you understand everything? Who can say? Rohan, you want to say?
Sir, H,
क्या करना है?
H0 is given. H0 is equal to H.
H0 is what? What is my H0 in this case?
The H given here.
This
Px
one?
square. Yes, sir.
The whole thing?
Yes, sir.
If you have
No,
that
no,
whole,
no. Ax cube plus bx to the power 4. That is the perturbation.
that is the perturbation. But what is my H0? Can you say in terms of words? What is the significance of H0? How do I choose H0? Those of you who know, you can write in the chat box. Please have some interaction, So H0 means what?
Sir, H0 is the unperturbed harmonic oscillator, that is Px square by 2m plus half Kx square.
That is fine, but can you tell me, in this case you can answer like that. But in general, what is the answer for H0?
It is the unperturbed.
Unperturbed word is the dictionary word. I understand what you mean to say, but can you please explain what is unperturbed? किसको हम unperturbed बोलेंगे? I can also choose this guy.
We know, like the known, we know the solutions of the Hamiltonian.
That's
for
right.
the unperturbed.
Yes. So if you do not say that, I can take this also as unperturbed, but that doesn't solve your purpose. You want to choose your unperturbed system in such a way that whose solution is known. Right, Rohan? You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So H0 of this Hamiltonian is known to you. That is your model problem which you have worked for long, right? So that is my H0. Okay? I cannot take this as H0. It is not a matter of choice. It's a matter of restriction and constraints that I am left with. It's a matter of limitations because I do not know the solution of this Hamiltonian. Do you know the solution of this Hamiltonian? You do not. But half x square problem you have read. It is in the model solution, it is there. So Adriza is right. So my H0 is px square by twice m plus half. Rohan, what is the next step? What is the next step that I have to do? So I have defined my H0. What is the next step?
Next, we have to find the perturbation which is h prime.
What is H prime?
That is x cube plus px to the power 4.
That's great. So you understand how to choose H0 and H prime?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So everybody understand? Those of you who do not understand or who have any confusion, please raise it. Okay. आगे बोलो क्या करना है? So what do I have to, and now what I have asked you, what is the meaning of this? Say in words. En1 and En2 means what?
First order perturbation energy and second order perturbation energy.
First order perturbation energy of what? Of whom? Which state? Rohan, which state I have asked?
Of the nth state.
Nth state. So nth state, when I say nth state, that means you are supposed to write an expression which will be true for all states. Did you realize, did you understand that? So that means if this is my energy spectrum of the harmonic oscillator, right? Harmonic oscillator, which is given by En0 and psi n0. Why do I give n? Because all the n energies are known to you. All the n wave functions are known to you. That's why I have given. This is completely known to you. I have told you now to put the perturbation, the full perturbation. What is that? Ax cube plus bx to the power 4. Now your job is to find out what is the correction on every state, not just only one state. But the question is such that, system is such that you may possibly work out such a general expression for all the states. Right? So that means in this case, you apply first order correction, you will get some energy. Second order correction, you will get some energy. In this case, you will see this is the first order correction, then you apply second order. In this case, you apply first order correction, you get some number, second order correction, another number. So this is how it goes for all states. You understand? There are two steps. This is your first order correction, this is your second order correction. For each n, so n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, etc., etc. So that means your answer must come in terms of n. समझे क्या नहीं? Is it clear to everybody? मोनालिसा, ताहिती, तुम लोग को क्लियर है ना सब? Okay. So H0 and H prime. So now tell me how to do that. So how do I do that?
Sir, we need first E0.
E0 is known to you. You know that half h cross omega, n plus half h cross omega, that is E n values, right?
Yes, sir.
So all the ENs are given this. Next, what is the EN1? EN0 is n plus half h cross omega. चलो आगे बोलो, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the next step?
Sir, En1 will be H prime N.
En1, very good. H n n prime. That means what?
That means psi 0. Then
Right? Psi?
psi 0. Means psi n, then 0th order,
Yes.
and then H prime,
H prime. Very good.
and then again psi n 0th order.
Very good. So then what happens? I write psi n0. H prime is ax cube. Sorry, ax cube plus bx to the power 4. Then what? Then what happens? Who can say? How do I deal with this? Advija, you can say? Or whoever knows? Come on, just make some, make some fun in the class, man. Bolo, Advija, you have some clues how to deal with this? No? Put the value of psi n0. Yes, then? Sir, please start recording. That was long time ago. I hope somebody started. Okay. Okay. Put the value of psi n0. फिर आगे psi n0 लगाओगे तो क्या होगा वो बोलो. Psi n0 तुम लोग जानते हो. What is psi n0? In what form it comes? Remember in the first lecture of this semester?
So it is some constant multiplied by e to the power minus x square by 2.
That is only the ground state.
Yeah.
What about the other states? We are talking about all states. Do you see that n is an index? So what will be the
Yes.
general? Bolo. Harmonic oscillator wave functions you have forgotten in the first class we discussed, right? Who can say what is the harmonic oscillator wave function in what form? Nobody can say? That's not a very good sign. Somebody should know. Harmonic oscillator wave functions comes in what functional form?
Sir, it comes in Gaussian form, e to the power minus alpha x square, like.
That is the answer you have given.
So,
You means the class have given me in the day 1. And after 30 lectures, you are still giving me the same answer. You know, certain things that you learn in your high school these days. Class 11, 12, then be your BSc. But you cannot give the same answer for the whole life. Nothing is remaining that constant, right? वो आंसर तुम लोगों ने फर्स्ट डे में दिया था. You do not know that harmonic oscillator wave functions comes in the form of Hermite polynomials. Yes or no, Rohan?
yes, sir. But I forgot what was Hermite polynomial.
That's what was happening in our place, in our education, you know. We are talking about hi-fi science, but we are forgetting how to do the integration. That's miserable condition, you know. And numbers are going a plus, a plus, a plus, a plus. You see the problem? You don't want to learn how to do the integration, but you want to invent rocket. How is that possible? Please think about it, Okay, so, so harmonic oscillator wave function is a Hermite polynomial, right? If you just talk about Gaussian function, that's not enough. That's not enough. I told you day one, you have to be, you can survive here, but the moment you'll go outside in a good place, your knowledge will be tested. That will make your life difficult. Those of you who are ambitious, you should keep that in mind. Okay, so this is a Hermite polynomial, right? The solution of this psi n1 is a Hermite, sorry, psi n0 is a Hermite polynomial. So what happens is that you have Hermite polynomial, you have a Hermite polynomial over here, right? And you should know, you must know that harmonic oscillator wave functions have parity. Is it or not? It's an even function. The wave function comes in even and odd parity, right? Starting with the even parity for the ground state. So if I take, but the interesting part is that psi n0 is always an even function. If I take n is equal to 0, that means ground state. If it is ground state, this guy is even function. This guy is even function. The product is an even function, right? So the product is an even function. So if I write psi n0, I can write this into two pieces, n ax cube n plus n bx to the power 4 x. Now look at this term. This one is actually, this is an even function for even n. This is also an even function. So the product is so this is simply a multiplicative operator, right? So you can talk in terms of n and n. There is no problem because it is a multiplication operator. There is no derivative, there is no nothing. So this guy and this guy will eventually give you an even function. And then it is an odd function. So the overall function is odd. Overall function is odd. So by symmetry, you can say that for even n, say suppose n is equal to 0, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 4, and for all these n's, you can keep on doing integration. But nature has told that करने का नहीं है, वो 0 है, तुमको समझना है, right? So there is no point in doing this integration because you know that by symmetry this integration is 0. Chalo, this was for n is equal to 0 to 4. Now I want to do it for odd states. What will happen to n is equal to 1, 3, 5? What will happen? Etc. etc. What will happen? This is an even function. This is an odd function. This is an odd function. Odd function, odd function, right? But eventually you get an even function. But this guy is always making it odd, right? So the product of these two functions is always even function, irrespective of the state you are considering, right? But this guy is always making it odd function overall. So that means this integration contributes nothing. So all your job is about this integration. Is that clear, Rohan? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So I can just simply do one integration, and so it is x to the power 4. So up to first order correction, so I can write that en1 is equal to only this much. So I can write n x to the power 4 n. This is bx to the power 4, right? I do not know what did I write, bx to the power 4. And harmonic oscillator wave functions you can put, and you can do this integration 3 by 4. This is an integration which can be done analytically for all L. So 2n square plus twice n plus 1. How neat result you get, right? So this is x to the power 4 nn. So 3 by 4, now en1. if you put it 3 by 4, there are some constant, you can put H cross over m omega square. So that is what you finally get. What it means? It means that you had these states and you have an expression by which, so now just for every state, you just change the index, right? So you can put n is equal to 0 to get a first order correction, n is equal to 1 to first order correction. So you can find it for this neat problem. So this is an idealistic problem which I have given. You may not be able to do this for all n so easily. But in this case, it was possible to do it analytically, so we done it. Now, what is the second step? Second step asked you what is En2. What is En2? En2 is this expression, just like the way we wrote k not equals to n. Okay, ax cube n. So that means ax cube, where n and k's are the kits, okay, harmonic oscillator, plus bx to the power kn, okay, and it must be whole square because this is the h prime over En0. That is the meaning of that expression. Now this needs to be done analytically. It is possible to do analytically. I leave you as an exercise for you to find out that this can be possible to do it like this. So you can find out minus a square by h cross omega, h cross by m omega to the power cube n square plus n plus 11 over 30 minus 1 over 8 b square by h cross omega into h cross by m omega to the power 4 and then 34 n cube. This is the n index plus 51 n square plus 59 n plus 21. So that is you can do it everything analytically. What does it mean? It means that if you use this expression for each n, so this is your first order correction, first order. Then you will apply the second order correction to the energy. For each state, you can actually get something like this. So this is your second order energy correction. Any question? Everybody understands? Okay. So the second problem that we'll do is that so perturbation theory applied to the helium atom problem. What it means, the ground state of helium atom has a configuration called 1s2. Right, so it's a 2 electron problem, and you know that by intuition or by knowledge, the 2 electron problems cannot be solved exactly. Right, you can go very close to the correct values by using a lot of tools, but exact solution is not known. Okay. So with this understanding, perturbation theory was applied to the 2-electron problem for a long time, right? So the problem here is to use what is the perturbation treatment of the helium atom ground state. In this case, unfortunately, I cannot write. It is not so easy for us to write and generalized expression for n is equal to, so the in this case, I have this kind of configuration which we read. So I do not have a generalized expression for each of these states. First of all, let me remind you, these are the configurations which will give you a lot of states. You apply perturbation theory to the states, not the configurations. Okay? Because quantum mechanics is all about a state. You have to eventually come to the state, not. Of course, configuration will give you states. So you need to find out how is it happening. So with this, so that means at this point, the discussion is only this much. Ground state 1s2 with a state. This is a non-degenerate state, right? Only one state, there is no degeneracy. So I can use the results of non-degenerate perturbation theory to this problem. Okay? This is my understanding. So I request you to suggest what is my H0. Let us discuss what can be the H0 for a realistic problem. What is H0 in this case? So Malika, what is H0 in this case? Shiv Kumar, what is H0? Sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Please speak. Sum of kinetic energy and potential energy is that is a very generalized answer, Ashish, you want to answer?
Sir, kinetic energy and the potential energy of both the electrons will be taken.
तो फिर H0 अगर वो हो जाएगा तो H क्या है? What is H in this problem?
Sir, it will be kinetic energy, potential energy of both the electrons plus the interaction term between the electrons. Two electrons.
So what is the H0 now? You tell me what is H0? Maybe you said, but say it again.
Sir, kinetic energy of first electron plus potential energy of first electron plus kinetic energy of second electron plus potential energy of second electron.
And what is the potential energy of first electron? Bolo? You are right, but what is the first kinetic energy? Sorry, I understand kinetic energy, but what is the potential energy of the first electron? How do you understand that? Hello? What happened? Okay. So what is the it's so difficult, So what is my Hamiltonian? Can somebody please write? Z square by 4 pi epsilon 0 R1. Okay. So, and what does it represent? इसका meaning क्या है? Expression with a minus sign. And what does it tell? What does it represent, Abhijit sir? What kind of potential energy does it represent? Potential energy of first electron. The problem is that potential energy तुम लोग तो बोले जा रहे हो, but potential energy है क्या मुझे ये नहीं समझ आ रहा है. You cannot just use anything which is not kinetic energy as a potential energy, right? दुनिया में सारा कुछ ही potential energy है. So that is why we need some clarification. Kinetic energy तो बहुत simple सा है. P square by twice m and you put it in the operator form, right? But potential energy due to the attraction of an electron to whom? Attraction of an electron 1 and nucleus, that's right. Coulombic attraction of electron 1 and the nucleus. So that is the potential energy. So what is the repulsion then? Is it also a potential energy or not? Electron-electron repulsion? Yes. So that is why I am stuck with the answer, because all of you are saying the potential energy. तो फिर कौन सा potential energy H0 का अंश है और कौन सा potential energy H का है? मुझे इसका problem है, समझे? So can you now say it? Somebody please, instead of writing this, can you just speak?
So for H0, the potential energy is the attraction term between the electron and the nucleus. And for the H prime, it will be for the repulsion between the electrons.
And why? That's right. But why? Why do not I do the other way? You understand my question, right? Why cannot I do the other way round? Because we do not know its solution. Okay. So just write, can you please write H and H0 for me? That will be easier for me instead of talking all this. For the helium atom problem, can you please write the Hamiltonian and H0? Is it so difficult? Can you please write? लिखो ना, एक एक करके लिखो, कम से कम चैट में लिखो ना. इससे तो अच्छा होता कि मैं नोट दे देता या बोलता जे चलो घर में पढ़ लो, सारा किताब में लिखा है, मुझे आने का क्या जरूरत है, मुझे तो समझ नहीं आता है. Right? We have so many tools. तो फिर I do not understand what is the meaning to be in the class. We can all write paper in nature and science, these days. And as a chemistry student, one can publish paper in JACS and Angwenti Chemi. तो ठीक है. Right? So please write H and H0, Baba. कोई तो लिखो, कुछ भी लिखो. Somebody else can help you. I can see at least. Anybody can write on the paper and show it in the, you have video, right? I am sure sometimes all of you are using some video. So दिखाओ थोड़ा. Nobody wants to do that. I do not know what should I do, but I guess just like this, it's very frustrating, Nobody wants to write anything. That is so sad, P square by twice m1 plus twice p square by twice m2 m minus jd square by 4 pi epsilon 0 r1 minus jd square by 4 pi epsilon 0 r2 is equal to h0. ठीक है, very good. So just when you have written all this stuff, so I asked the class to look at this expression carefully. But so what is h1 now? Sorry, h prime oblique sir? আচ্ছা ক্লাস আছে না দুটো থেকে তিনটে তিনটে হয়ে গেছে আমি 1 মিনিটে আসছি epsilon curve by ठीक है. So just one I think that is more or less correct, but just oblique one thing, why you give m1 and m2 তুমি এখানে বসো না হ্যাঁ m1
So
and,
that is
yes
first electron in the chat I can write. It's the first electron and the second electron.
so mass of the electron m is mass, right?
It's not for the M1, it's not for the subscript of M, it's for the particle one I want to do.
Okay.
It's P.
Okay, so the mass of the electron, so you understand the kinetic energy for the electron 1 and kinetic energy for the electron 2 terms are exactly same because mass of electrons are indistinguishable.
Yes.
So there is no M1 and M2. I understand that. Bolo?
No, sir, I don't mean that M1 means it's not the subscript for the M, it's for the electron.
Okay, very good, very good. That's fair enough. I understand. So what both of you have written p1 square by 2s m, p square by 2s m plus what Obilipsa says is perfectly correct. Let me see Tahiti's answer. P square by 2s m plus p square by 2s m minus jd square by 4 pi epsilon 0 minus jd square by 4 pi epsilon 2 plus that is h. Okay, there are some imperfections in that expression, but I would take this as correct. So in the next class we will see what is h prime. So I request all of you to study perturbation theory before coming to the class. Okay, that will help us in the next class, and we will discuss the two level problem especially related to the quantum optics. Okay, that will be enough for the next class. Okay, we'll do these two things in the next class. Okay, see you.